No.
See if we summon Kundan.
What sort of okay, I think everything else was like stretching reality, but what sort of ship has a library like this? This
Yeah,
monstrosity.
yeah, for sure. I thought you were gonna say what kind of ship has a library, but then I think what you meant was like a library that's this big.
Why is it telling me what type of book is in every section? Oh, we got new music too. Hot.
It's literally every single one of these is gonna be like Mountain making a dumb joke, and then just like Snake
Yeah.
just like being, actually Mountain, you're wrong and stupid.
Okay. Dad kind. All of Dad kind will be there on Saturday to throw the pigskin around with you. All of Leibnitz? Could they not use Leibniz? Would the Leibniz estate have sued?
This actually a person we just don't know about. Like they're actually just some person called Lieberniz. I don't see anything. I tried googling.
Owen was her? UN Owen was her? Sheldrake. That sounds like a Pokemon. Sheldrake, go! Use Bubble Beam. Sheldrake. No. Oh wait, so this is 6 digits. Which way do you put it in? 32416. Okay. What? Wait, why did it open it on the 5 and not the 6? Powerful light bulb. Oh boy. Think of all we can do with a powerful light bulb. We could do light bulb things with it. don't think we. Why are there so many books? It's a powerful light bulb. Oh my god. What? Am I- Penorendifol bulb.
Of course. It makes sense.
Well, I mean, you can say open here, find bulb. Probably.
This feels like don't open dead inside.
Yeah. It is. It is funny the level of these puzzles compared to, you know, what it's kind of been leading up to. Just like, oh, the numbers are written on these books. Oh, whatever. Cosmic inflation. You can't walk down the stairs. Why do you think this book is important? Is it because it says Tales of Old Japan? You know that we're in Japan, a foreign tale. Do we just have to click around until they find books that they think are important? Is Clover flirting with us?
Algebraic number theory.
Primary number theory or analytical number theory or geometry? Not even like differential geometry or something cool. Gold box conjecture.
It's like a whole book on it.
It's a whole book describing the statement of it. It doesn't even go into any history of like attempts to prove it or anything. Just like, you know, just You don't need me that. It's literally like the simplest like thing to explain. Gold box conjecture. You'd be like, oh, it's an elementary problem of additive number theory. What a prick. What is it hypothesize about a Riemann? What the fuck? What? Am I gonna have to literally click on like every thing of book? Oh, this is what we got from. Okay, well.
Some of these are just really non sequitur.
Cowboys and Indians. Okay. That was a chance for the game to make a tasteless joke about Princess of Monkey behavior. That must be about you, Seven. The fun. The 3 books everyone reads. Tales of Old Japan, Cowboys and Indians, and the Fundamentals of Baseball. Don't you want to put the books down? Don't you want to put the books on the stands? Oh my god. Oh, okay. Kill. Come on there now. Sheldrake 5. Where the fuck were those books? Oh, they're here. Well, grab Sheldrake 5! Oh my god, don't tell me I have to click on it from the...
Sheldrake?
I think I saw the rest of his collection somewhere.
I hate this game.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Yes. I have heard of Sheldrake, I mean.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
I'm impressed that Junpei remembered this name.
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
You did? Why?
Well...
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me?
Oh my god, you're such an asshole, Junpei.
I think Junpei is not really being an asshole, but he's unnecessarily aggressive with these statements. Like, I don't get why he's using this language per se.
Yes, and considering he hasn't said this to anyone else.
Yes, okay, that's fair. It's just funny when Junpei just like, okay, how about you tell me more about Ice 9? But fuck you, Snake. I don't need time to fucking monologue.
Tell you what.
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Okay.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well.
I assume we're laying on the ground now. Looking up.
I think we're sitting on the stairs, but I could be wrong.
To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's a Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards?
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the Nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say, there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
That insolent little girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff.
You don't jinx yourself like that.
She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
I love the delivery on this.
Decided I can trust you.
She's
She's
happy
just,
as a clam.
She's just prancing around downstairs, happy as a clam, and we can just be.
I've decided to tell you the truth.
She's just absolutely elated.
The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment?
Yeah.
God. Give him a moment. My God.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see.
And that's when I blacked out.
The more
I'm reenacting it.
The experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada. And the girl that died during the experiment.
What do you think is the equivalent location of Nevada in the original translation? Is it just some island of Japan?
I sometimes I do wonder if it actually is just referencing random locations in the world, but I doubt that. Yeah, probably.
She told you all that, did she? At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development division. Musashido was their majority stockholder.
With the cartoon mustache.
I like how out of everyone in this shot, whatever, Ace is slightly smiling. Everyone else is unhappy, but this guy is just like, oh boy, he's like, I'm happy to be part of the team,
He's prancing as a clam all around.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonary Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize?
Oh my god, why does everyone know about this except us going into this?
Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change?
Why are there curses on the Titanic?
Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produced the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye.
Okay.
And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But
Thank
that's
you,
just a
Professor.
theory.
A game theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it.
Oh boy.
Okay. That escalated a little.
Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
I don't know about that.
Here is that Hongo.
If someone has literally told you, like, you know, that someone says, "I'm the devil, go kill someone," like, what if you're actually a psychopath and you're like, "Oh yeah, I don't care if the devil actually exists at all. Let's go see some random person. I'm just doing it because I heard this voice in my ear."
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem.
No, I want the full complex version.
The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we?
Clearly school is just not needed then. Everyone should know, you know, like 6 times 7 in the capital of Wisconsin. 'Cause
It's all the morphogenetic field. Don't you know that there's just like a part of our brains that just has like just syncing with Wikipedia 24/7?
yeah.
Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing
Oh
of this
my God.
hypothetical mass handstanding. Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you.
Hey, actually, I have another
Of
idea.
course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Like, what if like a bunch of people started getting sick with this disease, right? But then other people who hadn't even heard of the disease before also started getting sick. It's like they're transmitting the disease through telepathy or something.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, first, like, some people, like, denied COVID and didn't wear masks and didn't get vaccines, and now more people
Who hadn't even heard of it, you know? They only know that
Yeah.
COVID exists.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well.
I haven't done a handstand in a while.
Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver.
Or person A and person B. or the pitcher and the catcher, or the sender outer and the receiver inner, or the intake and the outtake, or the outbox and the inbox,
What would
or
the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
oh my god.
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
I don't know, I just felt obligated to. As if the morphogenetic field was forcing me to bring it up.
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped. There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting.
Why is it called Group Q? What? Whatever.
They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
This is how psychics work. They just say things that happen to everyone in a mysterious way.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Like when he
may
comes
seem
out from the
obvious
shower.
to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of
So,
puzzles across the Gigantic.
If you want to control someone, like through this mind control shit, you have to like have them constantly doing like dangerous escape rooms. Like,
The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields. The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink. And your brothers and
So
sisters
are
will
we
drown.
on the ship or are we not on the ship?
Those were his orders.
I'm still faintly confused what the whole point of this is.
to test out mind control.
Is that it?
Yeah. So then they can use it to make money,
Ow.
sell it, make people give you money.
Like I don't get how this can be turned into a product. Like I don't see the go-to-market strategy, so to speak.
I feel like lots of people would like mind control.
I know, but they don't really know how to channel it per se. Like this is like a really contrived setup.
Make people do like puzzles with
Like, do you have to go on a game show every time you need mind control?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like this is a step down from the board of this pharmaceutical company.
Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return?
Oh my God! Please. It's because.
It was because NASA had access to a replica.
Okay. Good. I thought you were gonna fucking use a telepathy argument.
That's what he's going to do. And they were able to send the information about how to do it.
All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in.
Sorry, this is like...
Situation. They attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with.
Sorry,
They found solutions. They reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule.
Like, you know how before... I don't know when I mentioned this to you, like how I hate conspiracy theories? Like... This whole game has been like mildly amusing the whole time, just because whatever, it's a bunch of conspiracy theories, but you know they're joking about them, right? Like it's when they start getting to the Apollo 13 bullshit or like moon landing stuff, but like I just kind of break internally, and I just can't take it anymore. Like please, just whatever you do, just like start talking about anything else, like literally anything else. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
They were able to return safely.
Fucking telepathy.
It's the same with the gigantic building.
They didn't. They could have used the radio, but they said, "Nah, let's try out this telepathy thing."
Yeah, I mean, we have to give it a go eventually. Let's just take a bunch of kids, put them inside the fake Apollo 13, and then we'll tell the kids we want to tell the real astronauts, and the real astronauts will know what to do.
The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the
Why
next
couldn't they just
stage.
figure it out the same way themselves? Like, what? Like, okay, so like the left group solved this puzzle. Oh look, the right group solved this puzzle too. Wow, it must have been telepathy. What? They just both solved the puzzle. Whatever.
That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Huh.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
Hey Shree, what is 8 times 7 plus 5?
Why do you want to test mental math? Okay, 61, yes.
I'm sending you the answer. I sent you the answer. See?
Oh, right. I probably just thought about it when you started writing out the answer on your phone.
Yeah. I mean, I was sending it.
I mean, I can't multiply, so that's definitely proof that, you know.
Yeah.
Get down here already!
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here and soon.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you.
Will you go to the school dance with me, Snake?
Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a Nonary game with any less, could you?
Well, you could just call it the wrong thing for fun. Like, I would do that if I was an evil villain. I'd be like, invite, like, 10 people over and say, we're going to play the hexagonal game. But there's 10 of us. Exactly.
Well, yeah, but... Are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I. The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was... Her name was Akane. That was the girl who died.
Cue X-Files theme.
Akane Kurashiki died?
Instead, we get the shitty music.
Or maybe there's just multiple people who have this name. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy.
9 years ago? Then, who is June? No,
A master of
it's impossible.
disguise.
It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I do remember her last name, in fact. It was Akane Kurashiki. Sorry, I didn't say that first.
It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. Let's get back down there, all right? I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Okay. Now can we grab this book? Couldn't you just look behind all of them? Whatever. That's so extra. Why is the enter where the space button is? Whatever. Maybe it's the freaking base 36, whatever. That'd be. Oh yeah, it's dead. That's right. That's what that says. What a buzzkill. You found it.
All right, this is the next.
Oh, the door!
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know.
What
Let's
about
see.
your like screwdriver you always carry around to stick in the door?
Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Are we on the chart? Okay. We're making our way down.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but
Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh, man.
looks that way.
No way!
Real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer.
They're all buzzkills.
I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Alright, I want some rock music for this one. Oh, yeah. I'll take it in a little electronic. Add a sprig of techno. What does this do?
I have
Is
no
this a
idea this
lights
puzzle
out
works.
puzzle with equations?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking this is.
Holy shit. That's cool.
I don't
I'll
actually
actually
think
write this
these
down.
are. I'm still don't quite understand how the math works on this.
What do you mean?
Like, sorry, the top row wants to be A, or it is A right now?
No, you want it to be. So this one's
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So like we want to get rid of this D. So we want this to be 1 and 9. We want the D out of it. And this one wants the F and the 6. I mean, it's not hard. You just like think about. So we want the 1 9, 6 F, and then what's here?
Okay, I think this game does
we
win.
want
What?
We want the 4, 5, and the C. So we want. The only ones we want off are the D and the B.
Yes.
What were you saying?
Nothing. I was just saying that this game has some of the best puzzles. I think. Okay, the lights out. Okay, sorry. This is too complicated. Like the fact that this is lights out and like this weird equation game. It can be one or the other. I think. Because like I think the two parts of this puzzle like completely orthogonal to each other.
Yeah, but that's what's cool about puzzles, when they combine different things.
Maybe. It feels like I'm solving the puzzle and then I'm solving it again.
Except I don't actually know how to do this in a logical way. So.
I mean, can anyone solve a lights out puzzle in a logical way? Try the top center.
Right, you just have to keep changing the parity around.
There you go.
Hey! Look at that. Definitely strategic, very strategic. Okay. what is. Oh, I forgot to keep stop. Let's see. So never.
Eat. Soggy.
Wrong way. Never eat soggy waffles. Okay, go. So yeah, speaking of puzzles combining different things, there's one puzzle in the Galactic Puzzle Hunt where it started off as a identification of VTubers,
Yeah.
and like you go and like you figure them out by their like icons, and then you figure out, you know, by like connecting like who's got the same designer or whatever, and you can identify all these VTubers, and so you can figure out who like a question mark is from all the information you have, and like the missing one you have to identify is called Gokigen Naname,
Okay.
which is also the name of a logic puzzle, like a purist logic puzzle where you like have to draw a line for the clues, and so you can like you had this grid of like VTubers, and you could like do a logic puzzle on it.
I love it.
It's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I think this game has the best puzzles out of all the games you played. I know you're quite fond of like.
Wait, what are you supposed to do?
Okay.
Let me see what's in the bag. I thought there was a picture. What? Let me. Ah. Ah. He swear he said there was something on the monitor, and I don't remember what it was.
I think it's just instructions that I was referring to. Or I don't know.
Oh, it's like, okay, the number of characters. Okay, so probably that.
I actually have no idea what you're doing right now.
I mean, we're putting in Morse code, right? I wonder if it's just like red in Morse code.
Or what's the sequence you're putting in? I just don't
No,
get it.
it can't be it. I don't know what we're doing. No.
Okay. You can keep playing. I'll be back in like 10 to 15 minutes.
South, west, southeast. Southwest, southeast, northeast. East, northeast. Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, it's a coffin. No. Oh, they think it's gonna be the mummy.
Yep.
As if the person on the other side is holding it shut. No. A small chamber past the forest of knowledge. Seems like where we are. So you don't see CRT monitors that much anymore? I thought this game was made a while. What? My sense of time is skewed anyway. Oh yeah, I didn't grab this.
Do you have your funky TV antenna hooked up to a CRT monitor?
I wish I had a CRT.
Actually, do you still play Smash these days?
Not super often. There was a Smash Ultimate tournament at work.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, me and could end it pretty well. But, you know, there's people who actually play Ultimate regularly. Well, what word are you entering? I don't know, maybe we can rule it out. So what's the first letter? It's either A, I, M, N. A, I, M, N, and then B, C, F, H, J, L, P, Q, V, X. But then the last one has to be either E or T. I don't think there's any vowels that are 4 letters. So it could be like axe. Oh, not axe.
Right back. You can keep going.
Oh, maybe ace. That would make sense. Maybe it's 8. Oh no, it'll be ice. Okay. It was making a sound? Oh my god, it's the digital root math gate. I mean, holy shit. Stop giving me dumb instructions for everything. This is still dumb, right? Like, I can just do like, whoops. Wait. So I can just make it up to 7. Need break. 3, 4, and then get out of to 9.
Cool, I'm back.
This is the digital root gate.
Ooh.
Make sure you understood the motif. You can't use the red ones, but I mean it has to add up anyway, so it like use it to make sure one of them is right. Like, this is kind of dumb. Right, because if I want to make it because I just need to make it out to 16, right? So I just one of them and then the other one, get the other one, and then I feel like they needed to justify this motif, so they put this in. Like, there should be like 3 things you have to make it add up to. Like, if you have to put 3 to 5 in one, you just have to put all of them in one?
I guess.
Trick question at the end. Oh, it's a picture.
What the?
Oh, it's all the friends. Look.
Once again,
They were so happy.
that guy in the bottom right-hand corner is
Confident
ecstatic.
smile, creepy smile, evil smile, and really just drunk.
He just, like, every single photo, he just always is having a good time. Like, he's just glad to be part of the group.
I'm jealous.
The others, they're just like, look at the schmuck.
What the hell is this? This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters.
See, look, even he's smiling here. Died jolly to the end.
Just happy to be part of the club, you know?
He had the zero bracelet on his left arm. And this second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit. Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
I will have to agree with you, my friends.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing?
Wait, in this route, we still don't know that Ace went nuts, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too. And they look
You're on
happy.
You're on
They knew each
friends
other
with the
well.
dead guy basis. You can call him Cap.
Why?
Don't you
How?
remember from the flashback where we had a visual? These are the 4 people who ran the experiment.
Yep.
How in the world are these 4 men connected?
Are we gonna have a
You
flashback
say
and then no?
Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the Ninth Man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
I really think they should have like more disguised it in the flashback.
Yeah.
Ah, so the ninth
It's like
man
Akane is
and the man
aging.
found murdered in the captain's quarters
Yeah.
are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
Oh,
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold.
it's Snake.
He's the only one I don't recognize.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
You deserve the patronage.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Really now?
That means Ace, the Ninth Man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
Always were supposed to be. Come on, game.
Telepathy something something.
Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Oh my god.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago.
I just
He
like the
was
idea that
Kentaro Hongo.
that everyone's going to have a connection to this game except for us. It's just like Santa needed like someone else to fill out the game. He was like, yeah, I'll just kidnap some college kid.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada. But Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else.
Yeah, burn.
And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Boom. 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 That's Hangu Kubota Nijisaki Musashi.
Count the number of letters in the names. You can see that they don't create any pattern whatsoever.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Hangu Kong. He's the first member of the Cradle Pharmaceuticals gang.
Shut it. Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido, Cradle Pharmaceuticals, Nonary Project.
I'm this close to remembering the rap I made for my friends at the precinct.
Shit.
What?
Shit, I left the oven on in my house before I left to go stop the gang.
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
This fucking rap I made. Okay, no.
Hey, what's up? I'm Kim Dragon. I'm the worst of
Yeah.
the land.
Remember what?
Everything.
Everything, the mysteries of the universe.
Everything?
This is literally like you play the X-Files theme.
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other three are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash.
What kind of material is this picture made of that has beveling on the sides? Looks like it's a ceramic tile. Whatever.
Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
Yeah, he's gonna tell us he's a cop or whatever like that, and then we're gonna be like, but somehow I already knew that.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, all right?
We need you to tell us, but keep it short.
Short version. All right, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though. I'm a detective.
I'm a detective. It started in the summer of 1982. I was heading off to college at Cal Berkeley, and I was like, man, I'm tired of being a lawyer. I want to become a cop. So I went to the school.
It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf.
You call me an alpha male.
9 years ago.
Okay, sorry. They're like an
Wharf
alpha
was
wolf.
old as fuck, and I could barely see squat.
I love
Investigating
this.
a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement there. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too.
I like Seven's impression of this guy.
Yeah.
Just tie an anchor to your feet. No one would find you for a week.
I just imagine he's like getting his body into it when he's like narrating this too.
Would love a meal.
I kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull.
Gah.
There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard... Damn it!
Why is
Shit,
this
my
the story
head
that they're
hurts.
rehashing and not like skipping through? Except you've heard it.
I did a quick once-over. Where am I?
Yeah, okay, this is the same
Small,
shit.
Shabby. A toilet. I'd seen it countless times. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door. It was still pretty woozy, but I made my... I pushed and pulled on it, but...
Oh, and then he hears like children singing like in a horror movie or something.
Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down. Huh. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh?
Okay, I keep thinking it's someone yelling in the stairwell in my apartment.
I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
What? Go ow? Why go ow?
Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor.
You look so derpy in this picture.
I couldn't see shit. But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. Then...
I took a massive dump in the toilet. Man, I had been holding on to that. You know when you get knocked out unconscious, you don't go to the bathroom. That's the best shit I'd taken in 20 years.
Yeah.
Since that one day in
Son of a
high
bitch.
school.
I'm yelling my poops now.
Sweat was dripping down my face.
Sorry. Now you just ruined this whole line because I'm just thinking about him taking a dump.
Sweat was dripping on my face, so I wiped
This is a really intense fight.
I took a massive dump, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. Wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then there was a voice.
I mean, that's what you need to do after you take a massive shit like that. You need to start the incinerator.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kid was screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top. There had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. The ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were, the kids I'd been searching for. They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually.
It was strange. I saw a bunch of kids down there. One who looked like Snake. One who looked like your little friend over there, Junpei. One who looked other people who were nondescript, and also a small little teddy bear that was half white and half black.
Speaking in a high-pitched voice and talking about a killing game or something? Honestly, I kind of forgot that part.
Running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids.
What? He literally like laughed at himself for like, ugh, I'm so ugly.
Nice joke. I'm so funny. Anyway, kids.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kinda cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I try to reassure
Okay,
them.
like I like that Seven's like really just going into the narration here. He's like describing all these like little things that, you know, you wouldn't normally mention when you're constrained on time.
Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done.
That takes a while to do that.
Yeah, it probably was like a good 10 minutes, and it was just like 5 minutes.
Just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining.
Incineration will begin in
1 second. Sorry for the slow.
5
Okay.
minutes.
The wall shook a bit, and the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right?
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. First one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Gintaro Hongo. He's the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No!
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster.
Just some stupid Scooby-Doo mask.
He reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in a raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. I went to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. I nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. Black and yellow stripes. And a device next to it on the wall. The plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in...
Yeah, that's not good.
For him.
That meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kid started running, and I was close. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. Up and up and up. Feet pounding the steps.
This is a long fucking story.
Round,
Yeah.
tail.
Well, what if this was just like some dumb Shaggy Dog story at the end? And somebody's like trying to fuck with us.
We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid's sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Don't tell me June and Santa are siblings. I don't believe that.
Akane.
Wait, that'd be hilarious.
Strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. So did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Sorry, voyeuristic grandpa. We had to keep going.
Hey kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, alright? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs.
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get
Come
up.
on, just get in the incinerator. Come on, it's not that big of a deal. Just get in the incinerator.
Akane!
The brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink,
Dude, that one literally
Hongo
said
acted.
Connie on the name.
I love it. Yeah, I
what
did.
the fuck?
We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
Now, how did young Santa learn the word fuck? Must have not been raised right.
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Why is there an emergency incineration command?
In an emergency, and you really need to get rid of some trash, okay?
You fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing.
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
It's gonna be all right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself.
And that's it. Nothing more.
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey, are you sure?
Are you sure about all this? It's just not a false memory implanted.
Huh?
You're just fucking at me.
I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something... burning.
Not like pansies were shot out of the incinerator things, and a card that says, "You won!" You'll collect your fee for participating in the experiment as you exit, and your parking validation too.
The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
can I ask you...
I want to imagine that Seven like reenacted that. He didn't just say "oh" and then
Yeah.
screamed. He would ah.
Can I ask everything, Seven? Can you do that scream again? It was pretty fucking good.
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki. You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
I'd like to imagine that, like, okay, so he's gathering people for this, like, rehash of the game to, like, punish these people. So he's just gathering people related to it. Like, he's gonna bring back some people who played in the game. He's bringing back this detective who, like, messed with the game. And then he's, like, reaching for people. He grabs Lotus, who's, like, the mother of people. He's like, fuck, what? I need some more people. Like, I'll take this, like, childhood, like, love of, like, one of the kids.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Well, I guess I believe you. Alright, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now.
Wasn't that different?
I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were
I thought they said all the
library.
siblings were split. I thought Snake said, like, you know, there was like one sibling on one on the other. Whatever.
When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
I have to ask Santa for permission to date June?
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like, a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back. Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right.
Who was Nijisaki again?
Kubota blew himself up.
He was the fourth
that
guy.
was murder too.
Of the 4.
The laughing.
The other one.
Oh, the other dude. The one is not the ninth man race.
Yeah, or the laughing captain.
So was he just like walking on the ship stoned the whole time?
Yeah.
So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project. Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
What?
What the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Maybe I should have taken 45 minutes to tell that story.
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
You've got the key.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
Do we have the key with us?
Guess so.
Wait. No, but there was like a key inside the coffin. Whatever. You got an
think the
achievement?
shaking stopped.
What's the achievement for?
It would seem so,
I don't know.
but we are yet to be out of danger.
So where are we in the flowchart? Okay, not really much farther.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know. All right, it's open. Let's go. Okay, Neptune Key, let's see if you work. Yes! I think it unlocked. It says incinerator, so this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it.
But isn't there another way? It's not through the incinerator?
Let's go. What the hell is going on? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Please.
Oh my god. God, I still hope Lotus is actually the mummy, or whatever. The ancient queen.
Yep.
It still has to be true.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
You have me at a disadvantage. And I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
What?
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this...
Where was he
9.
standing? Like, they walked into the incinerator. Like, where was he? In the shadows of the room? Whatever.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait!
So,
Why isn't it opening? One more time. Now open! No! What is this? Why?
I forget what all the bracelet shenanigans were.
I forgot to. One of them is like a letter or something. Like
Yeah, one of them's a letter, one of them's upside down.
Was one an infinity symbol actually, or was it just like one is like a 6 instead of a 9, or 9 instead of a 6, and one was like some other random character?
Yeah, that's right. I think June's instead of 6 was 9. There was the 0 bracelet that we found on the dead guy was actually an O or something. I really don't know.
It's not a 4, it's an H.
Oh yeah, I think that was one. Right?
Is it really?
I really
I might have been
remember.
just making that joke in a previous episode.
I don't remember. I don't remember there being anything with the 3 bracelets he has, but maybe there is.
That digital root should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Oh wait, no. His is actually 6, the bracelet that he has. Okay. Because it's... I don't remember.
Now!
That's right. Okay, I remember it now. So Zero's bracelet, Santa's bracelet, is actually 0. Because he wanted to be authentic.
Yep.
And then Lotus's bracelet is the actual 3.
Okay.
And then the 9th man's bracelet is actually 6 because it's upside down. And then the 0 is actually an O, which is like equivalent to a 6, I think. Yes, it's equivalent to 6 because O is 24. So, so it all works out, but there's like one of each, 0, 1 through 9. Ugh. Why did you have to spin on me while you pushed me?
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Yeah, well, okay. He unintentionally killed Nijisaki.
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself.
Those are really the same thing. Wrapped up in, 2.
So that you could make use of its... In fact, you did use it in the murder. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was. Was it truly life
Is this
or death,
rehashing
or
what he
simply
told
a
us
harmless prank?
earlier?
You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki.
Hot nerd.
Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think.
Yeah, and he had to do all those, ADA compliance things for his cruise liner because he had a blind kid on board, annoying stuff.
Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki...
And you mean to say... Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
I feel like you're kind of, making your own conclusions now, Junpei.
One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote.
Everyone else, what?
But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate, but what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1, there are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know anything.
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore.
I don't know anything. I'm just Well,
Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there.
and this lovely girl over here, June, is a professional actress I hired.
But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong. Number one, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
It's also another experiment.
There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic.
Okay, we know this. We've heard this before.
Yeah.
To send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well...
Just sort of came to me, you know. kind of smart, you know. I took an IQ test and I received a 95%. That's an A.
That's...
Oh my god, okay.
Great. Like, I'm just so curious what, like, really halfway down this route, what the fuck comes after this?
Let's call the left one A and the right one B. or left and right,
Okay.
or 1 and 2, or
Room A and room B.
or split alpha and split beta.
Okay, who's telling you this?
We are the player. We're telling ourselves this. I don't know. Oh my god.
I love this.
You did not need this part.
This feels like the worst like boomer joke you could possibly use. And who am I? I is the 9th letter of the alphabet, you simpleton.
Yeah. What's the first letter of the alphabet tree?
A.
A is for horses.
So you're negative.
Yeah, I'm -9. Right?
No, I'm just fractional. Okay, if this game just ended with like Santa actually being the mastermind, that'd be great. But instead they're doing this weird telepathy bullshit.
I mean, at this point, it's not weird to. Well, it's been the motif the whole game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get up. Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus.
What?
I can fly through chimneys. Boom, goes up through the air duct.
It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Doesn't the incinerator start when you go in it? Whatever.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is.
Yeah, why is this not voiced?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Did they run out of budget for Junpei's voice actor? What the fuck? So weird. It doesn't help that there's no music either.
What?
And there's no other way?
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
It's okay. I'm fine in the incinerator. I can never be melted. I mean, just go on ahead. Go on ahead.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot! Without... if you're not...
I can't make grandma
It
jokes.
ain't me bad, alright?
Dad?
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, all right? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
You're all idiots.
She can't be melted. She'll be fine.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but...
Oh my god.
I was able to guess. Oh, yeah.
No! What? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see. Why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
All of these numbers are fine,
Yes,
right?
that is what I said.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
This 9 painted on the door is a 9. It's an upside down 6. It's a, it's a 4 in really bad handwriting.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Where did June go? Where are people hiding in this incinerator? Okay, dude, it's literally called a Kane vision. Is she just like a ghost that doesn't exist?
Okay, they lost me.
Come on, over here! Come on, hurry up!
I like the, you know, the hastily drawn creations of what the other kids look like. This comic relief guy, sassy little girl, nerd, cool kid.
That had all the stereotypes, you know?
Yeah.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment? I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Sounds like they wanted to hire a child voice actor than...
Yeah.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see,
Which one do you think is
collecting
Lotus's
9
kid?
of a very specific plant is, well,
Bottom.
it is difficult.
I guess.
But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends. Now don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
God, Snake would be a perfect motivational speaker at high schools.
I can imagine.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
How many times are we gonna hear this?
Yep.
Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
Really now?
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
Imagine if none of the kids just knew what incinerate meant, and like
What
the
does
whole
that
message was
mean?
like lost on them. Like, yeah. Is that a party?
Get a prize?
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
Well, thank you for sparing us that detail. Who's Nona? Oh, it's the other girl. With a ponytail. Okay.
Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
Oh my god. This is actually idiotic.
Yeah.
The game's gonna play it off as romantic.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back. Come with me. We must continue the experiment. I said, come with me.
No! Stop! Let go of...
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
Help me! Somebody help me!
Akane!
You came back!
Ah! You're...
Ah!
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
Next, let's hear it from the Door's perspective. We need this story from every angle.
Yeah.
Help! What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning.
What's gonna be the next line?
Emergency
Oh my
incineration
God.
command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in
Oh, we're back to Junpei Vision.
18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew it was gonna say. That is one creepy voice.
I knew it!
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiment. You aren't making any sense.
I love it.
Yeah, new favorite character.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain
No,
it right
I
now.
think we have time to do the whole story again.
18 minutes, that's nothing compared to the fucking...
I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn!
No.
Really
what
now.
kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Well,
God damn it! Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
And you don't think they might have added it in the meantime, you know? Not a bad feature to add.
Yeah. What else can I say? But you're welcome.
What the hell is that?
what is that? What is that?
I think books that have like really complicated narrative structures, just like flashbacks, should have like a character A vision, character B, or something like that.
Yes.
Why didn't this machine come out for like all the kids when like Seven was rescuing them? Whatever. Blank.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Hey, move! Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
One second.
What is this?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll be right back too. Take that.
Okay, I'm back. Time to solve some weird puzzles. There. Are you saying something? Blue.
Okay, yeah, I'm back.
Hey.
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
Really?
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle,
the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Is there just... Has there never been voice acting in these situations and it just sounds weird because there's no music?
It's not.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Have we been in this incinerator multiple times and this hasn't showed up? Whatever. I don't know.
Hey, what are you doing? Don't know what to do? It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
Wow. So helpful.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
The for science angle kind of like wanes off and your evil laugh after your...
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out.
I think she's being pretty unreasonable.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are two numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
One plus 3 plus 5 equals 9 factorial.
Real question, what's the additional root of 9 factorial?
Well, it's a multiple of 9, so it's still 0.
Right. That was actually... I forgot the whole multiply by 9.
Yeah.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve
that was some real number theory. Pull out your book right there, Zach. I genuinely feel like an idiot
If
now.
you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys.
Okay, I object to the fair man thing because you were not giving her enough time to do this.
Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
Yeah.
I feel like she's being kind of unreasonable. He's giving her a lot of hints, to be fair.
Yeah.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
Okay, when are we gonna get to do this? This is so much build up.
I can't! I just can't! There's no...
Oh my god.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! Jumpy! Jumpy!
How many times...
She then spent the next 10 minutes until getting incinerated screaming for Jumpy.
Who the heck is she? This is Akane in the past.
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up! Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck, he said quietly to himself.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
Oh my god. Good grief.
Jumpy!
Akane!
Jumpy!
Good lord.
Akane!
How many times we're gonna have to transition.
Akane!
Yes, I am! How did you know?
Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
Got it!
Just close a time loop and save Akane because she's existed in a half state where she exists in some timelines and doesn't in others.
Incineration will begin in 6.
Jumpy!
Yeah, maybe you start working on it.
Alright? I promise I'll get you out of there.
Good lord, you wasted 2/3 of your time faffing about.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta plug my headphones.
Over asking the real questions.
Alright. Oh my god.
Hey, what are you?
Just trust me, okay?
God, they really ran out of budget for voice act.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Okay, thank God we're getting to it. What? Just let me flick it! Stop telling me shit! Holy crap, game! Let me just flick it off in peace. I'm getting out of all this crappy text. Are you done exposing? What? Oh my god. Can you chill, game, with the fucking text? clearly it wants us to be rad. I think that's what it is. Right. What? What is it saying? I don't get why it's saying all this. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Maybe we were just supposed to get it all to 9. Seems like it'd be reasonable to me. They're all 9s. Isn't that what we wanted? Didn't you say the thing was to get them all the same number? Or do you want me to spell password along the bottom? Can I switch these ones along the bottom?
There should be a timer.
Now I just need to shuffle these around. Okay. We just had to do that while also spelling password on the bottom. Darn. Is it like the equivalent number of all of them?
Not sure.
Like, you know, A is 1, P is 7, S is 0 or 9. Right? Wait, no, that's not. S is a 1 too, right? Well, I can't see it anymore, so. It's just a 9? Okay.
Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did!
Including the parts where we just were like confused and bumbling around.
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Please tell me how far we are.
Whew. Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
You just hang up like a phone call?
Oh, of course! That's fine!
Now.
Junpei, are you...
Okay?
Are you psychic? Can you win me the lottery?
Shut it.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping. What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
This is me trying to like build my PC for the first time. Maybe I just didn't press it hard enough. Why is it turning on?
Stop posting.
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh man, oh jeez, I hope they can trust me.
Quick! Verify your numbers on the red! Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
They do it in sync in time.
2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Hurry! We've only got...
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
Akane!
Oi! Oh, oi!
Akane!
Ah!
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? What?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
Oh, good lord.
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts.
You're right. In other words, A, B is 11, C...
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that path? What if you go way past...
Base 20.
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are. So, I guess you'd E is 14, F is 15,
H is 17.
K is 20.
N is 23.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Please don't tell me it was a Q. Instead of a 9.
Q.
Oh, good lord.
Love it.
26!
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase Q!
I love how bullshit this is.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
They spent a lot on those panting sounds.
They did.
God damn, they're gonna use it.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
It's over.
Yeah.
Alright, are they all guys just cumulatively take a dump at the same time?
No.
They're in Nevada.
What?
It can't be.
This is.
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
The mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in building Q.
What about the ninth man?
You know, I kind of disagree with that.
Like, what about the ninth man?
Yeah.
Wait, so who survived this run?
I'm not sure. Oh, but I'm liking this ending.
Yeah, it's a real jam.
I feel like I need a little bit more explanation.
Yeah. So how do they escape the desert? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Rats, they got out of the death game. This is the fucking middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but who is the June that was with us the whole time and then just disappeared?
Yeah, that has not been explained.
Did she just not exist?
My hypothesis is that she's some weird time loop bullshit.
Yeah. Just no one else could see her the whole time.
Well, I think its idea is that, like, if I'm understanding this correctly, that our intervention, like giving June input to survive past, is what let her survive to this game.
Yeah. So she's just in a state of limbo until then.
Kind of.
Are you okay?
Oh my god.
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
How does it look then?
Can you just fuck already?
To the elementary school flashback.
What?
Well, let's see.
Let's see. After I punched you in the face, it doesn't look so good.
It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing.
What does that even mean? Oh, ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Wow, you're such a...
Where'd they get an SUV? Okay. Explained, I guess.
I mean, like, still need to go places, you know?
Woohoo! This is so
Wait, Clover's driving?
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
International license? We're in Nevada. Where does this game take place? Japan?
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh. What the fuck?
Hey! What the hell are you
This
doing?
is okay, I feel like this is like a... This is like someone posting an r/unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Like, or sorry, I might asshole. Right? I'm sorry, guys. Like, I stood up to like a group of older students who were dousing a kid in gasoline. Am I the asshole for telling them to stop? And then when they said I couldn't, I you know, that wasn't okay, I like decided to pick a fight with them. Am I an asshole for doing that?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Then why didn't...
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
For a split second, I thought it said I wanted to get beat up. Like, I'm into that.
Because of what they were doing to
Pay the
the
true
kid?
Yeah,
masochist.
that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester.
Oh, you mean the bunnies?
Yeah, the bunnies.
I mean, what I'm thinking, right, is
They
like,
asked me what elementary school I was
why
from.
didn't they set the bunnies on fire?
And they said they'd do the same
Yeah.
thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that. Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get. Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
My God. You assume. You hope.
Hey, were you listening to us? Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the
Oh my
morphic
God.
field set, then perhaps I
Good Lord.
could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply, but if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well.
If you want a different answer, I can fly that. I'm just a pathological liar.
You see, the human collective consciousness...
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature? What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae, and was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soparu. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Lotus winks at audience.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is, for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
Creepy belt shit.
Yeah, why would you give someone a doll that's named yourself? I don't know.
Chumpy, are you sure it's,
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh,
Now, Jumpy, you don't want to hear the
Well,
story
it sure
about
looks
voodoo
like
dolls.
a voodoo doll. I mean,
Well, I'm not giving
you
it
do
back
know
to you
what a
then.
voodoo doll is used for.
This is powerful.
yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway?
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
The
You
VA
sound like
is
some
actually
sort of tribal
painful.
chief in a bad movie.
This doll, traditional.
Oh my god.
So, me. So we all.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then I
Oh.
go. So here.
I can't.
Thank
I
you.
can't.
Thank you so much, Jumpy. Oh, Jumpy. I promise.
So the June in this Nonary game was really just a doll that was being carried around.
Yeah.
That's why I assume.
I'll never forget you either.
Not gonna bang. What was all that for? Shut up.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
What? Hmm?
Oh my god. What? You can't do that.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Then she killed them.
Don't forget your towel.
Okay, how many endings have we unlocked?
I guess somehow we unlocked the one that's like the bad ending where you just don't get the extra information about the coffin. Which is good because I don't have to go through and do that. But then we still don't have this one where it's the first good ending, but we like fuck up the dialogue or something. Nope. Okay, but I definitely have to go to bed.
Yeah, same.
Come on, get out of here. So yeah, there's one ending we missed, and it's a bad ending, but it might be interesting. And I guess we haven't actually seen the dialogue for this like coffin ending, but somehow it opened it up for us.
Yeah. Last ending. I feel like it's a good ending that we got.
Yeah.
You
No,
sure?
yeah, for sure. Yes. Has to be.
Okay. So we just done then? I guess if you want to be.
Yeah, I mean we're going all the other 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's fair.
It looks like most of these are for the second